On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of the year 1918, the Great War ended. With it came the deaths of over 10 million soldiers, with around 7 million civilians having died as well, either directly through combat actions, or through starvation, or even being unwitting participants in some of the first modern genocides. The world as a whole was completely scarred by this experience, and even though it was supposed to be the war to end all wars, it was only a prelude of things to come later. And that is why EA partnered with me personally to bring you these one-of-a-kind, one-of-an-only chance to buy World War I special loot boxes! For only 5,000 Buy My Republic marks, you'll be able to buy a single one of these specially branded loot boxes. For 10,000 Buy My Republic marks, you'll be able to buy one of these loot boxes. I mean, we have to account for hyperinflation. Oh, I mean, that was World War I, right? Wasn't it? Oh, and don't forget to go and buy our new special tiers of loot boxes. I mean, now we have this one that's 10 million Buy My Republic marks, this one that's 100 million Buy My Republic marks, this one that's 10 trillion Buy My Republic marks, and well, you get the idea. All of these are insane sales. They're all very special, and you are going to love and buy all of these. And don't forget to go out and buy our World War I themed dating sim. Wait, is that last one real? By the title, I was being a little sarcastic in the intro. Mainly because this is one of those things I've been thinking about for a while, and, well, I won't really get another chance to talk about it without there being historical context for something big. Not that I doubt anyone actually is gonna watch my video, considering, I mean, every history channel in the world's gonna have something special going up at 11. But that's besides the point. What is important here is discussing the topic of how historically accurate a video game should be. And the short answer to that is, it sort of doesn't matter sometimes. The long answer to that is that it is very complicated. I mean, on the one hand, you kind of do want to be respectful to the material you're covering. That's always been the truth, no matter what. But at the same time, as there's superhero comics about, you know, Captain America punching people in the face. There's toys making fun of historical events, or heck, can't forget the sheer number of guillotine and French Revolution jokes there are, or even like the Spanish Inquisition. Like, you know, history is something you can make fun of. And people do make fun of, and people do whatever they want to with it. And for video games, it really should fall under those same things. Essentially, the main issue being, is a video game inspired by those events, or is it going to be based on them? Good example of a game that's inspired by historical events is Wolfenstein 3D. It's inspired by the fact World War II happened. Doesn't care with any shred of dignity about anything that actually happened during the war, just that it likes using symbols from the war and people from the war to fight the war. And by fight the war, I mean shooting those bad guys. To the point where, yeah, there's versions of the game where you remove all context as to who it is you're fighting or change their identity, and it doesn't matter because the game's still Wolfenstein 3D. They aren't actually important to it. Wolfenstein: The New Order and Wolfenstein the New Colossus are sort of in the same boat, but they're more based on than inspired by it. And yes, I know I'm saying based on with the game with diesel punk robots and space Nazis. But they're based on the ideology there. They actually show, hey, this is why you want to kill these people, not just why you should kill them. And that helps out a little bit because it helps give some context to their world. But even then, it's not truly based on, it's still the inspired by side of things. Now, Heart of Iron 4 and pretty much anything made by Paradox Entertainment that's a strategy game is inspired by. They try to get down as many historical details as possible in their games. You could theoretically run a simulation of World War II off of there. And I'm not just saying that because, oh, it's a World War II themed game. There's plenty of World War II themed games that have very little to actually do with the war. Like, Heart of Iron 4 helps you understand the microcosm of the whole war, as well as the more minute things you wouldn't think of. Not necessarily the whole, aha, we're going to roll in there and take everything over, but also the, oh, I gotta make sure that guy has his boots, and oh, that Army Corps probably is gonna need ammo. Oh man, we're holding elections next week. I don't want to lose. Gotta do something popular. You know, stuff like that. The actual politics, the logistics. Not just the boom, boom, bang, bang, and everything go blow up part of war, which is fun and is the thing most games do focus on. But you still need the logistical side of thing. You still need the political side of thing, and having that helps add context. So, in the end, this rant is essentially being based on or inspired by. Which is really better? The answer is yes. Yes, they are both better depending on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to go for 100% historical context, like getting everything down to this price tag being on my sleeve and the exact price of everything you're buying, then yeah, that's the kind of thing you'd want to do. But if you're just there to have fun, being inspired by the events is perfectly fine. Well, this rambling's gone on long enough. So, to everyone who's lived and died and fought in war, thank you. This has been That Man Over There. Thank you for watching and listening, and have a good day.